I never thought I'd ever make it. I can't believe the hell I've been through. Couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do. I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire. There was something this world can be so cold and so heartless. It's hard to find your way alone. Used to run so fast, no one could catch me. I couldn't find my way back home. Well, I've laughed, I've cried, I've almost died, but my broken heart just never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Got to be an angel on my shoulder who was right there all the time. Everybody needs someone to cling to with an unchanging love. I finally found a hand to hold on to, a shelter to run to. Now I see He's watching over me. I've got an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Got to be an angel on my shoulder who was right there, right there, right there, right there all the time. Got to be an angel, an angel, an angel, an angel who was right there all the time.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
There you have it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you like my hat?
I like your hat,
the
but I
Brooklyn
kind of like the whole
Cafe.
panning way they got us on the show.
Panties? I ain't wearing no
Panty.
panties.
No panties for you?
No.
That was the morning
I
show.
don't wear panties. What are you talking about?
The panning they did to get over here.
Oh,
The
the
panning.
He wears them during the
It's
day.
your mind. I need the buzzer. Caroline, can you hit that buzzer for me? You can just hit it. She's too polite to even hit the buzzer on you. Look at
I
that.
say how you like my hat. She says something about panties.
Panning. Panning as opposed to, yeah, that other thing. That was the morning show. Anyway, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, how are you?
Keep this nice and close. Where
Why?
it needs to be. Because I don't know what you're going to say today.
It's the 4th of July. We got to celebrate. I love the 4th of July. I love it. I am a patriot. I am red, white, and blue. Love it. If you look around the studio, got flags in it. They made me move my flags. They were there. We should be having them
Let's
up
put
on the
them back
screen.
out.
I'm going to hang them like rafters, like Madison Square Garden.
People get funky with flags. I don't know why. They seem to take it personally.
It is personal. I get funky, but I get personal in the positive direction.
Where'd you get your hat from?
This is a gift from Making Money with Laura.
Isn't that nice? It's really
She
nice.
says, here, it fits your big head. I said, boy, what a compliment. Swapata.
You can check out her show tonight at 7 o'clock.
I know.
Nice hat, though. Wapata.
Swapata.
Happy Thursday to you. What a week it's been.
Have fun.
Congratulations to you all. You guys had a great show you did last night for Sarah
And
Spiritual.
we're back to this again.
Well, you know, it's important.
It's a team effort.
I said
There
to you
is
guys.
no I in team.
You guys,
No,
use
you
guys,
guys, use guys.
That was Clem. Use guys did a great job last night.
Well, I gotta tell you,
had the A-team.
the reason we did that was because, like, Frank is in studio, and he's gonna be doing, with his cohorts, they're gonna be doing an event at the Movies of Del Rey. And we want to be there to offer pay-per-view to the event outside of Florida. Outside of Florida, you'll be able to get the pay-per-view because you got to give an address. And if you're in Florida, you won't have access to it. But all of that is leading up to bigger and better things.
We got the JC Dreesen show that we opened up with The Angel on My Shoulder. JC has got the voice of an angel. July 21st, so join us at Movies of Del Rey, 7:30 p.m. The flyers are out of your reach at the moment. Why'd you put them all the way over there?
Because I don't want to wrinkle them.
Broadway, I got a lot. I got a deal. You would have been so proud of me. Broadway to Hollywood.
I got an announcement to make. We're going to be giving away some prizes at the July 21st event. It's going to be worth, I'm going to say, worth $6,500.
Really? Can I win?
10
Guess
prizes.
not. 10. Wow. Really? Any idea? Sounds like a.
Sounds like a boat, a ship, a cruise, something.
Ah, okay. Really? How many are you giving away?
10.
Wow. Nice.
So if you show up there, you come on down, we're going to be giving that stuff away. I got some other things we're going to be giving away as well. Shirts and merch. And
Ever play charades? Sounds like.
when I was 12.
On the nose. Frank would be good at charades. He's a man of few words.
No, he knows too many words.
He's a man of few words, so you read his book or you eat his hot sauce.
Erase all that. Frank gives you a word you never heard of. The word itch. I go, why don't you just use the word itch? Oh, no, it's too simple.
Ever play road games in the car with your parents on vacation?
No, but I've heard about these. I never did that.
My dad used to I thought he used to make up words, speaking of words, and we'd have to look them up. But
Frank is like that.
But you couldn't, we had no phones back in the day, right? You actually had to go home and find a dictionary to look up. Vignette was one of his big words. We went, what? And at the time, we didn't know.
You do realize I grew up in a Puerto Rican family, right?
Vignette was not a word in
Oh,
your
yeah, my father
vocabulary.
knew vignette. Oh, absolutely. My father would take his shoe off and hit me over the head if I used that word.
But you had to actually wait till you got home to look up the word. To
And
see if
he's
it was
laughing
true.
because he grew up in a Puerto Rican Cuban family too, right?
Chancleta.
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 The hell's a chancleta?
Yeah.
Biking.
Grab your mic, but that's what we used to do.
Yeah, you're up. I'm
Biking.
talking without the mic over here. I was
Biking.
using my theater voice.
It works too.
Yeah, no, the chancleta.
Chancleta.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Moms get really good with that. They take that sandal off and whack.
They
And they'll
does,
throw
you
it.
It's like
say.
a curveball.
What
It
it
comes
does.
back to them like a
Did
boomerang.
your mom used to do that?
Oh my God, yes.
My mom used to
Yeah.
do it with a hairbrush or a spoon, but the spoon always had red sauce on it. Chris is shaking her head, yes. And whoever was closest got the red sauce across the kitchen, hairbrush, across the house. That was the Jewish version of it. That wasn't the chancleta. It would have been. It broke, right? The wooden spoon. I don't even think they use wooden spoons anymore, do they? They do? She's like, yeah.
We would have eaten the spoon, so we weren't allowed. We got hit with the chancleta.
Zach, make it a two-shot,
Yeah.
please, on the guys.
And it's funny because we had, back in the day, we used to have a friend of mine, Tony Baloney, said to me, Freddie, when your mother hits you with her hand, roll up into a ball. So she hits me, and I'm in a ball, tense, and it hurt her hand. I was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Because out comes the chancleta. And I mean, she's like Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood. Because she had two 45 chancletas,
Yeah.
and she would twirl them. And Carolina was laughing because it was true, right?
Yeah. And if it
We
wasn't a
used
chancleta, it was a belt.
Oh, the belt. That
Ooh.
was my father's tool of preference.
Yeah.
The
I
belt.
used to get that a lot.
I
I wasn't
learned-
a bad kid. I was just very active, so I was always getting into trouble. So yeah, I know it's hard to believe that I was active as a
Shocker, I
child.
know.
I know, right? But yeah. So
I
used
learned
to
at
get
an
it.
early age, don't do anything wrong. The out comes the utensils.
Ever have to
With-
play the silent game, the quiet game? First one to talk loses. I think that was what my parents used to do to keep us quiet.
You guys
Let's
grew-
play the quiet game. And my brother would say, first one to talk loses. So it was, how quiet could the house be?
So you're in cars making up some kind of strange
Word games.
and then you go silent. You're like a freaking movie.
And then until we had Atari, what are we going to do?
Atari.
Right? There were no cell phones. Like, what did you do for? You
Me,
went
me and my
outside.
cousin, we had a ping pong racket and we used to play Atari. We used to hit a little ball against
But think
each
about it, you actually have to go outside and find things to do. Not like now where you can
Oh,
actually
yeah.
check your dad's verbiage on your phone to make sure he's giving you a real word. Imagine a word game in Frank and Chris's house.
Forget about it.
Between the writer and the editor, there's no way your kids could ever question you.
Frank's dictionary needs a dictionary.
Yeah, look up cacistocracy. Cacistocracy.
You see, he's back to it again. I've seen some of the things that he posts, and I'm like, I gotta get a dictionary.
You know what we should do? Word of the day
Yeah, here we go.
with Frank and Richard.
Here it comes. You
And then
send
we're
it
going to see
in.
who makes the word.
We'll
Yeah.
put it in the morning.
We should do a
on the
morning show, word of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do the word of the day, no problem.
Now you sound like Clem. Now you sound like Clem. What you guys doing?
Yeah, how you
What
doing?
you guys doing over
Yeah.
there?
We have to see whose word do you think it is. All right, so what's the word of the day?
Let me get a slice.
That's more.
That's why you can't give him coffee.
And that's half-calf.
No, it was the other stuff.
Ah,
The word of the day is cacistocracy.
You can't even pronounce it.
cacistocracy.
Cacistocracy.
All
The
right.
hell is that?
Look it up.
All right, you guys, look it up. Put it on the screen. Word of the day, cacistocracy.
How many, how
Starts with a
many,
C?
how many perfect games have been pitched in the history of Major League Baseball?
24 or 28.
No, you can't. Wait, that's like saying I'm a little pregnant. You gotta give me a number.
I'm going to say 28.
28.
You should have stayed with
I
24.
should have said with 24. I thought it was 24.
24 perfect games have been pitched in the major leagues. Perfect is 27
Does
up,
that
27
include
down.
last night?
Last night.
Yes, that was number 24. How many perfect games were pitched in the World Series?
One.
And who pitched it?
What knew his name? Don Larson. Yogi Berra.
Berra was the catcher. Don Larson was the pitcher. And if you go to the movies of Del Rey, you see Yogi, the movie. Have you seen it? Highly recommended if you are a
Did you see it?
baseball
My father was at that game and gave me the ticket stub.
You have it?
I gave it to my son. The
Did you
ticket
put it in
stub
a
from the World,
frame?
World, yep, ticket stub from the World Series, Don Larson.
Unbelievable.
How do you know what to save?
Things that you're never going to see again. You're never going to see a perfect game in the World Series
No,
again. It was a mistake that that you got that one. That ain't never going to happen again. Shot heard around the world. The picture, Franca, pitched it. I got him in the lobby. I knew him because his son dated my first wife's sister. And somebody gave me that as a gift. And isn't it ironic that I got to meet him?
Yep. You never know what you
You
know.
are never going to have that happen again either. I mean, these are things that go on once. That's it.
Special events. And I was moving, record things, and I found all these newspapers from Y2K. The year, we
Remember
thought
that?
everything was going to close
The
down.
countdown?
Newspapers and
was in IT
newspapers
at
that
the
the
time.
world was going to shut. You were how old?
No, I worked in
I was going
IT.
to say you weren't 9. Oh,
Yeah, I worked in IT at the
I
time.
thought you said you worked at Kia.
I thought he
because they
said
were
he was
counting down
19.
too.
Yeah. No, that was insane.
was it real or was it hype?
Oh no, it was, the fear was real.
Well, the fear
was
was
real.
real, but I don't think the threat was as real as everybody was saying.
No. It's funny
Yeah.
because my son, I said to him, remember why? He says, Dad, that was so stupid. Nothing's going to happen when it hits numbers. They're endless. Numbers are endless.
At midnight, the world is going to shut
Yeah.
down. We had the
Yeah.
kids in Disney World that year for New Year's, and everyone ran out of the park before midnight thinking the world was going to come to an end. Now in Disney World, the world is never coming to an end in Disney World, except now with DeSantis.
What year was Y2K?
Really? But see, you
Yeah.
never
Well,
know.
Y2K for me was very profitable because Chris and I decided to buy some gold for Y2K. So we bought a bunch of gold at Y2K,
was
$300
cheap.
an ounce.
It was cheap
How
back
much?
then.
$300 an ounce.
Wow.
And well, now it's what, $2,600?
1900 and change.
It was more than that at one time.
At one time it was more than that. Yeah.
You still have it?
We still got it.
See that? Old school.
Right school.
Old school.
I'm going to get away
Holding
from
on.
the word old school.
Right school?
Right school. Because this old stuff, it just ain't what it is. Just ain't what it is.
It's
Wisdom
different.
school.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's funny because, you know, that movie Yogi that I'm telling you about, they talk about how Willie Mays, the three legends were put into the Hall of Fame. You know that Yogi Berra has better records than all three combined. Combined. Look it up.
Once a baseball fan, always a baseball fan.
It's about the good stuff. It's about doing things differently. You know, one day, all of this technology that we started, I started this thing when nobody knew what streaming was. It makes me laugh. And then it took COVID to put everybody on their phones to
Right?
talk to one another.
I know. Then
We've
all of
been
a
doing it
sudden,
for years.
totally
This is
changes.
lives. And the perception. Everything is about perception. You could be the smartest guy in the world, and nobody knows you from Adam. But then you take those 5 women and you end up going to the moon, and all of a sudden they make a movie about it.
Did you see Mars? They found some new lights, new water spots, white spots, different temperatures, different seasons.
I saw
Did you
Frank.
see what they found about the moon?
The bottom of the moon, there was
What they found about the moon.
What'd they find?
There's enough water, there's enough oxygen locked in the surface of the moon that could help a population of about 8 million people for about 200,000 years.
Wow. Without all the special spacesuits and everything, without all the oxygen.
There's enough oxygen on the surface of the moon.
Wow.
Book coming.
Do you
It's
see-
already in my book.
Do you
Oh,
see? Do you remember the movie where the oxygen on Mars was locked in ice underneath the surface? What was his name that was in
Yeah,
that?
that
movie?
was Schwarzenegger.
Yes. And they have a weapon.
Total Recall.
Total Recall. And they have like a nuclear meltdown, and it melts all the ice, and all of a sudden Mars becomes the Earth.
It's in his book already.
Yeah, he writes books, Michelle, that things happen.
That's what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm going
He
to
wrote
finish.
it in 2009.
I'm going to finish
Astrodamus.
Xanthotera this weekend.
You're gonna what?
Finish the Xanthotera this weekend.
Are you?
I have 4 days to read. Sit by the pool and read
Oh,
a good
4th
book.
of July is this week. Is
Yep.
that what you're gonna do? Spend all 4 days reading?
Yes.
I got a new book
83.
probably coming out next month, right?
I want the movie.
Is it your
version.
memoirs or
My
it's the other
memoirs.
one? Already next month? Before the other one?
It's coming out already?
Yep.
How big is
You
this?
stopped the other one?
It's
Wow.
small, it's about 110 pages.
Ah, this is going to be a very interesting.
What's the name of it?
Bookie.
Memoir from the soldier of Mary and the Archangels.
Oh my gosh, I
So
got to get that
you
one.
combined all of this stuff. Also, they let me know today that they're going to take over twice a month the editors.
Oh, I'm so excited because tonight's actually their last episode of the Editor's Desk as the season that we currently know it.
I just want to see what the format is going to be because you got Cheech and Chong over there.
Word of the day.
Wow, dude.
I forgot it. Kakistocracy?
What?
Kakistocracy.
Kakistocracy.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Look
look
it
it
up
up.
yet?
Michelle, you know what it means?
No.
All right, let's take a commercial break. Let's see who knows. It's National Camera Day. We're going to take a quick break. Give us a call. Let us know if you know the word of the day, kakistocracy. I'm going to put it on the screen.
And if you call in, we'll give you 2 tickets to the movies in Delray.
888-994-4995, Studio A. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Melberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Melberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. I think we had Charlotte on the phone.
We've got Charlotte on the phone, and I actually sent the word of the day to our crew, so see if they put it up. If anyone knows who it is, what it is.
Maybe that's why Charlotte is called?
Maybe. Let's say hi to Charlotte. Josh has got to run over there to put Charlotte on. Let's see. Hey, Charlotte, how you doing? We're working on that. I know Charlotte.
Good.
I see you bought your ticket for the J.C. Dreesen concert.
Yes, I did, and I have some friends who purchased some tickets as well. So we're all excited about that. And can I offer a word of the day?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't have as many syllables as the one that I can't pronounce from the beginning of the show. But my word of the day is blessed. I'm blessed to know all of you. I'm blessed to be a part of this whole world that we're in. And I'm blessed that I've come this far in the past 2 months in my healing. So I'm going to be seeing you guys like any minute. Don't look behind you. I'm not there at the moment. But I'll be seeing you like real soon. I'm getting back into the world and making the life happen, and things are doing well. Doing better.
I love that.
Excellent.
And I know Freddie sent me the email. He forwarded it to me. Forwarded it. How many syllables is
Good.
that? Is it forward or forwarded it?
A lot.
Forward. A lot. I don't know.
Forward
Like,
did. Right.
Forwarded it to me yesterday.
All right,
so
good.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Very good. Yes. And Freddie, I just have a question for you. Being that you are, very patriotic, I grew up in a very patriotic home as well, and you've got the hat. Do you do a tap dance to Yankee Doodle Dandy? Because if not, I could teach you.
You show up here and I'll do it with you on the
I was.
Tomorrow.
I'll do it. I was a dancer, so I got one right on tap for you.
and I used to visit
But
many
I do
dancers
hope
in
they-
my day.
Did you ever get in touch with the
Look at
Follies
that.
to dance with them, Charlotte?
Yes, I did, but it wasn't timely for me at the moment because I need to take some classes first in order to get to be a part of the Follies. So I'm looking at right after the summer where I could take some of their classes first. And because I did speak to the head gal and who was on your show, and I'm going to take classes. I'm going to get better at my tapping because it's been a little while since I tried out for the Rockettes. And then if they like me, I'll be a part of it.
What year did you
So
try out
thanks
for the
for remembering
Rockettes?
and thanks for asking.
What year did you try
I
out?
was going to be 20 I was going to be 20 that summer, and I'm 37 now.
It's only a few years
So-
ago.
15 minutes ago.
15 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
I'm 68. So it has been a while, but I was a very good dancer. So maybe we'll have a little dancing on the red carpet at the movies of Del Rey. You never know.
You never know.
Absolutely. We should bring some music there.
I tried out for the Rockettes too, Charlotte, and I just wanted to meet them. So they laughed that I was brave enough to go on stage.
Were they
at
taller than
Rockets.
you?
I was 18. I don't know what they were. I just went because I wanted to meet them. And
Were
they
you
said,
able
know,
to
this
kick
is
your
for
legs
women.
up that high too?
No, I got kicked out of there now. I can tell you that. But I went, and they had to let me in. It was so fun.
Oh my God.
Charlotte.
I think I would have given anything to see that, but my word of the day is blessed, and I hope you all have a blessed day. I'm going to get back to work. I'm working from home today.
We love
and,
you.
I love you all, and I'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Keep getting better.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
honey.
Charlotte, our #1 fan, been with us since.
Oh my goodness!
6
Before we knew
years,
she was
5
with
years?
us.
Yeah, long time ago.
Remember, she follows us where we go. That last remote we did at the park when we were all wearing masks. And you said, "Do you know who that is?" And everyone was in a mask. And I'm like, no. And it was Charlotte.
I didn't know who it was.
I know you did. You were just asking me if I happened to know to save you.
Me and names, you know how that goes.
You know this name?
I know Michelle, but I don't know the last name.
Sedownik? Yes. There you go. Sedownik. Word of the day. Vignette, Sedownik, and kakistocracy. Check it. Check out that one.
Kakistocracy. It was something else. Was that the word? What was the word? Really?
Elisa, if you can check your text, there it is. Oh, that's Michelle. But if you see kakistocracy, you'll see what it is. I
What
know.
is it?
Word games with
What
my
is
dad.
it?
Word games with my dad.
What is it?
What is it?
You want to
What
tell
is
them?
it?
What?
What the meaning of
Kakistocracy?
kakistocracy?
It's a government. It's a government that's being run and by its least qualified by the,
You mean
by
like
the least
Russia?
qualified people.
Like Russia.
Okay.
Right now. Okay. I like that word.
Kakistocracy. Word of the day.
You
the
know, it's
Freddie
funny because in
Dictionary.
Spanish is something called caca. So I can see why, right? Caca, you know what caca is?
Yeah,
You
but I
look
think
at
we
a
all kind of know what
pamper,
that
what's
is.
in
Yeah, we got that one.
Okay. That's where the word originates
Probably
from.
where it came from.
It's the Latin of.
All right, you want to talk to Michelle Sedownik. She is a realtor, and we met Michelle through Bernie,
Cohen.
not Cohen. See, now you have Cohen in my head. Bernie Korn.
Cohen corn.
Corn. Think of like
Bernie corn.
Corn, like an ear of corn, like you eat.
Children of the corn.
Because he changes everybody's name. So sometimes he changes it so much that it's actually what sticks in my head, and then I have to think about the correct version of what it is.
Because to me, he's Bernie.
He's Bernie.
I don't do the last
Just
name.
Bernie.
Like Weekend with Bernie?
Yes,
I
that's
wouldn't want
funny.
to spend a weekend with him either. But
Anyway, let's talk to Michelle about real estate, certified luxury home marketing specialist. Tell us about what makes you different for real estate.
Well, I believe in the power of one. I work by myself, and I am a boutique company, and I provide services to everybody. There are concierge services that include staging, and I do a little luxury. I work with a lot of investors, and some of those investors also rent those properties out, so I help them rent the properties out. So I do a little bit more rentals than most agents, but I do focus on sales mostly.
Is the rental market getting bigger? About a year and a half ago, when we sold our house and we looked at renting. It was upwards of $5,000, $6,000 to rent. And then we thought, well, if we can actually find some place to buy, it's going to be a whole lot cheaper than renting for a year. Rental market's still big?
We have very little inventory.
I guess it's still big then.
I work with a lot of homeowners that are renting seasonally and off season, but the inventory is, even in sales, there is no inventory. People are having a hard time finding homes, they're having a hard time renting, they're having a hard time affording homes to rent.
It's the affording the homes to rent. Because people have to, well, think about it. Remember I told you that house for sale in my neighborhood? They're selling it 1.65 is what they're asking.
But
They're
what you
trying to
ask-
rent it for $9,000 a month.
And neither one is happening.
And neither one is happening.
I know. Well, you see, you got to be a little smart about what you want to do. That's why I like Michelle's approach, is that you have to sort of balance out what the market will give you, whether it's renting, selling.
I mean, you've seen a shift. You're going to tell me no, but there's a shift.
Because I live in a different environment. We're in a cluster, we're in a bubble, we're in an air bubble, which is really strange. And I know that people don't understand that, because on the outside of the bubble, things are like Michelle just said. You know, and there's this psychology that the prices are softening in because they want to drive down the market.
They're not softening.
But there's the psychology. People tell you, you know, it's softening, you have to lower your price and everything else. I mean, it depends. If you hold on to it long enough, everything goes up.
It depends on the area also. There are 1,000 people moving to Florida every single day. They're coming from other states like Texas, California. They're coming from the Northeast because they're trying to get away from the taxes.
Well, there's another thing. They're trying to get away from the smog. If you look at New York City, my sister sent me a picture. You can't even see the Empire State Building. It's
Remember
so
we had
smog.
someone in here and he's moving here from California. He said he saves 1.75 in taxes alone
That's California.
to get a house here.
So she went from New York to Arizona, where it's like the sun, 200 degrees. So she calls me. She says, I went from bad to worse. I said, come to Florida. She says, I think you're my next destination. I think that she's come to the realization that.
Nice.
And of course, I told her, don't come right now. My sister's a jinx. You know that, right?
No.
She comes, hurricanes follow her.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, trust you me.
It's your sister.
I was winning 19-0 in a softball game in the 5th inning. My sister shows up. We lost 20-19. Ever since then, she'll tell you the story.
Maybe she just made you nervous.
Oh, no. My team, they say, you ever bring your sister here, we're going to walk off the field. Never Mimi was allowed to come see another game.
Oh, but she's so sweet.
I should go with
19
you.
to
I'm a good luck charm.
You're a good luck charm?
I am.
I got a lotto ticket in there and you to fill out for me. Take care of all
then
the
I'd be
nonsense.
sharing my numbers with you.
Hey, I put up the dollar, we'll go 50-50.
50-50 is good.
This is your company?
No, I work for Realty Home Advisors.
Okay.
And I'm an agent there. But you know, I work as if I am a broker, even though I'm not, because we are independent contractors.
You set your own hours and all that? What
Yes,
what
yes,
does
I
a
do.
boutique mean? What does that mean?
Boutique meaning that I go the extra mile, provide extra services.
Hold your mic.
Oh, sorry. You know, I help people stage their home, and if they have to rearrange furniture. My tagline is "Life Beautifully Arranged." So I go in and I will just in my presentation, I will tell them what needs to go, and also, tell them what I will do to help their home look better for the photography.
Is staging really that important?
I think so.
Is it worth getting rid of your furniture, putting it in storage, and bringing in staged furniture that's more neutral?
Yes.
That people can. It is better just to get rid of everything and stage it.
Not always.
Okay.
Some people have nice furniture and it can stay. I have a background in interior design, so I have a really good eye for color. I have a really good eye for staging and placing things. I studied feng shui, so I think that I have to see the place first and see what I can use.
I gotta ask you, everything off the counters, nothing on the counters, that's one philosophy. Everything looks like nobody lives there. That's one philosophy.
Well, I put a flower there.
Greens, yes, they told me that too. Greens, that's another thing. And then get rid of, less is more. Less furniture is better than more furniture. Is that
Get
true?
rid of the clutter.
Okay.
Is that painful?
It is, because they're gonna knock this thing down to redo it. So I'm just saving them a little time. Say, come here, let me show you. See, I sell things differently because I used to be in real estate back in the day.
You still have clutter in your house?
Well, it isn't clutter, it's like she just said, less is more. So if you can get rid of stuff and make it look wide open spaces. The guy loves the white. He wants me to paint everything white like a snowball. But that's what he says is
It's what everybody likes now.
That's the
They
in
like
thing.
contemporary. They don't
But
like
you know
brown.
they know that you're going to gut it anyway.
They're gonna gut it.
I don't
But
know.
if you gut my house, you're gonna end up doubling your profits in 6 months. Just saying. And the reason I can say that is because when we bought this and everybody laughed at me, they ain't laughing no more.
But there's a lot of things to consider because now HOAs, your HOA is a whole nother story.
No, it has nothing to do with it. HOAs go down, they come up, they go down, they come up, and we're an exclusive. If you like to golf in my place, you have no tee times, you get to golf whenever you want, the amenities. My son Freddie goes on the weekends to the pool house.
Freddie, where do you live?
Beaucaire Country Club. And my son take me to now we're gonna be making it every Saturday because
nice.
it is really freaking nice.
You know what I heard? That Woodfield Country Club, their buy-in is going up to $110,000 in November.
I believe it. All of the country club membership fees
All
are
of them
going
are.
up.
I think it's like at 60 and 80 now. It's like going up, each one is going up another $50,000 to buy in.
But you know the
Glen
difference?
Eagles doubled.
Well, do you know the difference between that country club and mine? We only have 280 homes. They got tons of homes over there. Over here, you get a double lot on every home. You
But
could be
think
on the
about the
lake.
amount, I guess still people coming in from other states, it's still more affordable than living in New York.
Of course.
Than living in the Hamptons. Even at $110,000 buy-in, it's crazy enough, plus the house, it's more affordable than people that are still in other states with taxes.
Exactly.
And that's your niche.
And we have a bird sanctuary. You know, when the birds go north and south, they stop at Beaucaire. I'm being serious. There are birds bigger than these two guys combined.
They're holding a sign that said,
They say,
"Feed
I'm
me."
going north or I'm coming south. I have never seen, I'm telling you the truth, I have never
me, Lucy.
I have never seen birds like I have.
You know what they say?
What?
Birds of a feather.
Flock together? I gotta tell you, if you like animals, you like otters, you like birds, you like...
You have an otter?
I got a family of otters. Otters are the cutest animals. They swim on their back and they have the youngins on their chest. And they sort of wave to you because they want food. She's looking at me.
Where is this otter?
Thank you.
It's in the lake. I live
In
on
your
the
lake.
It's
In your
Harbor Lake.
backyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You don't
on
have
the
a
lake.
dog or anything?
I have a cat, 28 pounds. That's Casper. If you
Maybe
want
she
him,
wants
let
to
me know.
play with the otter. He wants to play with the otter.
Oh, no, I can't let him.
That's bigger than my dog.
Yeah, he's like a big dog.
There's a big staging company right next door to us called REH.
Oh,
It's where we
yes.
get a lot of our sets from because when they're done staging the houses and they know they have to go in the dump, they say, "You want this chair?
Yeah, they bring us
You want
furniture.
this table?" And we're like, "Yes,"
They bring
because
us
we go
furniture.
through. You can imagine how many people come through here, how many sets we go through. This was from them, and they came in last week and they said, "We know you're the first stop now before the dump," which I guess is a compliment.
Yes.
Yet You know what they say, one
You're
man's
a
trash.
little bit. You rate on top of the dump.
One man's
dump
trash.
here, us
is another
here.
man. You know, they brought a chair in the other day before it went to the dump, and they said it's a little rip, but we figured if one of your guests are sitting on it, no one's going to see the rip. And we said, well, take it, and it's in B right now.
It has a rip.
See, that's because Josh is always sitting and he didn't even know it was peeling.
I love that chair, but it makes me fall asleep. And buying furniture, buying a house nowadays, if you're looking for the right buyer, you're looking for the right house, you need the right real estate person to do this. And I've learned this the hard way. You gotta have the right salesperson.
Well, how do you know who's right and who's not?
But there you go, because there are philosophies of sale. You know, showing a house doesn't mean you're selling a house. If you say, oh, come on in and you sit down, you read the paper,
Well,
that's
ask
not selling a
Michelle.
house.
What's the philosophy?
The philosophy. Okay, so like when I show a home, I am showing it to sell it. So you have to show the features of the home, and you have to go in and make sure the buyer is aware of all the major systems of the house, of their ages, and you also have to demonstrate the curb appeal. And so, and also listen to what they are looking for.
That's very true. I was at the house, I had to let people in because I had to. And the lady was staring at the lake and she wouldn't move. She brought 4 kids and her husband. Kids were running all over the house. My room, because I have a lot of bedroom. And I'm looking at this pinball wizard thing going like this. And my agent, I'm looking at him. See, I used to sell real estate differently. I used to invite him to lunch. He said, come here, this is you cooking. Here's a little vino.
It's more fast-paced.
It's more fast-paced now?
Mm-hmm.
Or they come in and they go?
Yeah. It's like when you go on Showing Time to request an appointment, it gives you 15 minutes.
Now,
And the agent can specify how long, the listing agent can specify how long they want you to show.
Well, in my day, on a closing, I used to throw the seller out. I used to keep the buyers, and they stay for 4 hours.
But don't you think you can get a feel in 15 minutes?
Can't get no feel
see,
in
that's the
15.
difference between you and I.
It's like dating a girl for 15 minutes. Oh, let me break up now.
We'll have a meeting in here, and he'll sit in this meeting for 4 hours. He won't get up from the chair for 4 hours.
That's not true. I get up.
3.
I get up.
I get up. We do a few shows, make some coffee, go to the bathroom, answer a few phone calls, and email. I sit back
And who
down.
writes the deal?
Me. And then you get up after 3 hours. You say, Dawn, close the deal.
No, I tell you to write up the
See,
deal.
thank you very much.
Because I get a feel for what the
But
deal
you'll
is.
sit. That's why you'll do a 4-hour showing. Me, if I walk through something, I like it, I don't like it. If I like it, then maybe I'll look around the second time, open a closet, and then kind of make a decision.
That's
Here's
right.
my
You're,
vision.
you're
and go.
exactly what I'm looking for to sell my house. Somebody makes a decision in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
look in
but
the
you know what?
closet
You
and leave.
can't ever judge somebody's bank account by the amount of time they spend in a house.
Oh, no. The people
Right.
that are coming to the house, we already know can
Right.
afford the house. That's not the problem.
Oh,
The
they
problem-
could be looky-loos. You don't know that. They could be on vacation.
99% of the time, I guarantee you, my guy, what he does, I know.
Well, in a country club, yes.
Yes, because if you're going to come to waste time, don't do it. It just doesn't. First of all, you got to qualify. You got to be involved in the qualifications of doing this thing. So, if you're coming and look and see a closet, you know what? I'll talk to you later. It ain't going to happen. I've been doing it long enough. Not at this level.
You're making me not breathe.
There's a difference between houses out there and not to toot my own horn, but this one I know. I know the value of my house. Not today's value, but I know what it's worth tomorrow. I do, because I used to own 49 homes in New York.
Wow.
And I fixed them and slipped them and flipped them and flipped them. I had tenants that bought them. I made a deal every day. Every single day. Sometimes I rented, sometimes I sold. I had that option where you have 5 years to make up your mind. And I kept the monies, and at the end of 5 years we closed. I did all of that.
You sound
All of
like my Uncle Jerry. He
Old
was like,
school?
yes. Like, why don't you just shake their hand?
Back in
Can't
the
you
day,
just go to the bank and get a loan?
back in the day, that's the way we did deals.
What's the importance of feng shui? I'm a big believer in feng shui. One of our crew members, he sages here every day. He cleans, we spray, we do. I got crystals everywhere.
It's the art of placement. And like I've had my house feng shuied twice. And so they go by the bagua, which is kind of like the 8 sides, and then one side's for relationship, one side's for success and money, and there's a topic within each side. And you have to make sure that everything is placed in the right way. Like
Is that important for the sale or just to live there?
I think everything. I think it's just balance. You know, like if you have something like a tree in the corner that's too big for the space, it's going to make the whole room look too small.
So I was reading a feng shui book. I need 9 pots around my swimming pool. So my old house had 9 pots around the swimming pool. And I always had to make sure something was alive in the pot. Even if it was a weed, it had to be alive. We moved to this house, I needed 9 pots around the swimming pool. So the landscaper comes and there were like 7. I go, no, there needs to be 9. He says, why? I said, because it's feng shui, I need 9. So even if they're little, they need to be there. So Chuck says last week, can I move one of the pots? It's in the way. I said, only if it stays around the swimming pool. And he looked at me. I said, or just trim back the other landscaping. Leave my 9 pots alone. I know, I'm a little funky that way.
No, not a little. You're a lot.
Am I right, though? If it works, why mess with it?
You're right, 100%. And I'm a little superstitious, too. Like, today I was going to make an appointment to follow up with somebody. And he said, follow up in 2 weeks. And I said, oh, well, 2 weeks is the 13th. I said, can we do it on the 14th?
So we talked about the 13th yesterday. What's your inner core, what you believe in? Ask Sally.
Wow.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I'm just stunned.
It's the power of persuasion.
Pool.
You never want to have a tree blocking your front door. You never want to have anything blocking your front door because it stops the flow of energy and chi.
I scream at the Amazon driver, don't put that box in front of my door.
It's true. I used to take, the little green soldiers from Toy Story.
I step on them, yeah.
And plant them in my front yard.
Of course you do.
For protection. Because it's not that you need a big soldier, it's the intent of what it is.
This is my last show of the Brooklyn Cafe. I want to thank you all for the last 20 years of doing the show. Yes, my partner will be submitted to Bellevue after the show.
But it works, right? Does it all work?
I guess so. I don't know. Were you invaded last night? Were you had like an army at your door?
No, I didn't sleep. I was up all night is what happened. I went for acupuncture yesterday.
Who are you?
I went to Dr. Lee yesterday.
Of course you did. You're like cranked up today.
She did the electrodes twice.
Did she stick them in your head like one flew over the cuckoo's
I got to
nest?
tell you, that's why I haven't slept.
Stop telling people you plant green things in the front of your house.
But you understand the feng shui. It's the intent of what it is.
Michelle
Carolina, does this make
encourages the
sense
behavior.
to you?
Michelle.
We were talking about energy earlier.
Ask Carolina. I got 2 over here.
Oh, you're not going to agree to this too, are you?
Yes,
Make sense?
in a different way, because
In
the
a
way
different
that,
way.
Yes, the way that we see it energetically is that Feng Shui help you to move the energy of your place. Have you ever noticed that you go to a place and you feel like, I don't like this, I just want to go? That's the energy. So with the Feng Shui, you can change that energy and make it more appealing to people.
You go to places. First, you went to a place you don't want to go. That's
Isn't
the
there a
first
saint
part.
that you plant upside down to
Yes,
sell your house?
Saint Joseph.
Thank
pineapple,
you.
the
Saint
one upside down.
Joseph. You put a Saint Joseph in the ground to sell
He's
your
the
house.
worker. The
Have you
saint
done
of
that?
workers.
You want me to plant St. Joseph in
Yes.
the ground?
Upside down, though.
Yeah, right. I can imagine. I take a statue, I put it like this in Beaucaire.
It works.
Thank you.
It works. And then Beaucaire police will come and say, Mr. Santorio.
Why do they have to
it's,
know?
You want to take that out of
it's
that?
this big.
You
It's
don't need
this
a big
big.
one.
There's
I
a
should have
small
brought
St.
you
Joseph?
one.
Of course.
Yes. You know what? I ordered them from Amazon. I've got like 20 of them, and I have them in my car.
See, and how did I know that?
Where?
I don't know.
Because you plant
Because
trees
feng
around your
shui.
place.
How would I know she had 20 St. Josephs?
This is
Have you
getting
met
really
Frank?
scary. Where do you put St. Joseph at? Where? The right? The
Well,
left?
if it's a condo, I'll put it in a plant, and I'll like put it in upside down.
What if it's
or
a house?
Then I find a nice little spot around the house, and I
Inside or outside?
outside, and I put it in the ground. Or if I have a sign out there, then I put it right by the sign, and I put it down, and I kind of stomp it with my foot.
It's the
Do
intent
the
of what it
police
is.
know about you? Okay, so let me get this right. I take a St. Joseph.
Now, see, now.
Now he's
What is
interested.
I gotta do this and take pictures.
When it's
right?
conducive to him liking
I
it,
want
it's
to cool.
good.
Mayor, before you leave, you go to my house. Let's take some
Okay,
pictures of
is
me.
it listed? Your house is listed? Well, then maybe you should have picked me for the listing agent.
Maybe you should have what?
Picked her. Then you would have already had the St. Joseph and been sold.
Right.
I can't even get Bernie's last name right. I mean,
Is Bernie your realtor?
No.
Yeah, right. That's exactly no. No.
Well,
No,
I
but-
didn't know.
But when I didn't know that you can stick statues.
And I know
upside
this. The Jewish girl knows this.
That's probably it, because I'm half Jewish and half Puerto Rican, so I got a little of both.
She's like
going
you
on.
and me combined.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
The Puerto Rican side of you knows about all this?
Of course.
Really?
Yes.
Cuban or Puerto Rican?
No, Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican
From
Jewish.
What part? Puerto Rican Jew.
50.2% Ashkenazi Jewish.
Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico?
No,
Yes.
the other half.
What part of Puerto Rico?
Well, I don't know. It's.
What
I
part
never
of
met my
Jewish
father.
Islam?
Sorry.
Boricua.
From Connecticut.
It is San Juan, Connecticut.
See, if you hear the story long enough, you understand. You get to understanding the upside down St. Joseph's, and yet they understand.
My head is spinning, and I can't. And you believe in St. Joseph upside down también?
Well, that's Latin culture. We know that about in Latin culture. You know that you can do that. Energetically, we don't need to do that. You can do
Republic and
something
they
else.
put pins in that doll. I know that part.
No.
That's black magic, but I never heard of putting St. Joseph upside down.
No,
I
it's
would
not
think
black
that's bad
magic.
luck.
Why? You think? No.
St. Joseph upside down, you sell your house. St. Anthony, if you lost something, ask St. Anthony to find it for you.
And what's Saint Michael?
He protects you
He's
against evil.
protection.
Yes. So I have the little coins. I have Saint Michael. I have Saint Joseph, and Saint Anthony, and Christopher is the guardian of children.
And travelers.
Do you have children?
I don't. I have a dog. I have a Pomeranian.
What's the dog's name?
Tuscany.
I was thinking you were telling me it was Christopher.
Tuscany.
I'm out.
His name's Tuscany.
Of course it is.
Frank knows.
What's Frank?
St.
know?
Joseph, he says he knows sells your house.
Yep.
Everyone knows that.
But you're putting him upside down.
Chris says you don't have to.
Doesn't? It seems to be.
Plant
Well,
right
it's
side up.
easier to put the statue on the ground that way. Put his head down and then.
But you
put
can
it
try
down.
to plant them right side up.
I gotta go get one.
That I was told to do it upside down.
And it always works for you.
Yes. I rarely have an expired listing.
Really? She's good?
You should have talked to me a while
You
ago.
good.
You
You
should have told
good.
me you
I
needed help
realize it.
selling your house. I would have told you about St. Joseph.
No, you coming from you, I don't know. You're
See?
with the pool.
But
and
now I've got
everything.
validation all over the set,
This is
so
a
now it's
woman
good.
who could not keep a plant alive in here.
You can barely even see the 4th of July star. Now look how good that looks.
And outside we had a plant and it died. And I said, leave it alone. And I snipped it. I said, I'm gonna bring it back. And if you go see it now, it's like a tree.
It looks great.
And you wanted to get rid of it.
Clean out the clutter.
Now, around your pool, do you have a plant?
9.
Are they real or fake?
Real.
And they're still alive?
The landscaper takes care
Oh,
of
that's
them.
why. Never mind.
Yes.
She has to do real. She can't do fake.
And when they die, I take them and
She
I
kills
give them,
plastic plants
when they
by
die, I put them back and I give them to the fairy garden and then we plant new ones.
You give it to what?
Fairies. And I,
You have fairies in your garden?
in gratitude, yes.
And they play with the toy soldiers?
Yes.
They all have like a party at the end?
Don't question the house, it works. They're very happy there.
Wow.
Don't question
So
that.
yes, I
which-
want to thank you all for the last 7 years. I will be retiring after this show.
Have you ever heard of when a flower dies, you take the top of the flower and you put it back in the garden? Has anyone ever done that? She says yes.
Of course.
It
The two of you
reproduces.
are freaking frat. You thinking she says it?
You've heard
Lord
of
have
that?
mercy.
Yes.
You've done that too.
Yes.
You told me your mother used to do that.
What?
Take the flowers and put them back in the garden.
I never told you that.
Someone else told me that. I take the top of the flowers, I put them back. Why throw them away? You put them back into the earth. You know what they say?
No, what did they say?
Do you have a coconut tree?
Let me think. No.
Like a palm tree?
Yes,
and the
palm, yes,
coconuts
not a coconut
fall.
tree.
Okay, well, the coconuts fall, right? And then you take a coconut and you bury it, and you'll get a big tree.
Like pineapple.
Like, I know. I have a big, tall palm tree from it.
And you have all these little trees around it?
She's Jewish Puerto Rican. She's got this.
In Puerto Rico, when I grew up, there were so many freaking trees. Coconut was not one of my favorite ones because they
You
were
just got to
everywhere.
change your mindset, Caroline, and be more positive. She'll tell you. It's all about mindset.
No, I'm all into it. It's just, listen, I'm the biggest
He's going to
superstitious
run by a
guy.
St. Joseph now. Watch.
Well, now I got to try that.
Usually I have them in my
Should I have,
car.
like,
That's
4 St.
30%
Josephs?
commission to us. We'll split it
Do I
15 and
put-
15.
Can I get 4 of them and put them in different parts of the outside? Maybe put
If
St.
I
Joseph
come
around?
back, I'll bring you about a half dozen. You can put them around every
they want
corner
all
of
around
the
the
house. Yes.
Are you serious?
We don't have to. Only one
No,
will
no,
do.
no. We have to now.
One will do.
No, the one. I want the magic
One
of
will
the juju.
do.
The power of prayer.
It has to be my fingers and my touch and, you know,
It has to be in your hands.
my
You know why?
intention.
Maybe I plant you.
Wait, what'd you always tell me?
What? Oh, it's in the
Maybe you should just ask your realtor to do it.
Oh yeah, I can see me asking him to do this. He'll smack me to here to Tuesday.
Michelle, how do people reach you? They're telling us I got to go to commercial break.
What?
How do people reach you? Find your
Oh.
website, your email.
MichelleSadownick.com or 561-633-1020.
And apparently we have the word of the day.
You can Google me too.
Let's see the word of the day.
And
There it is. Kakistocracy, a government by the least suitable or competent citizens of a state.
AKA Russia.
Or some others.
And listen, if you need to rent Michelle's hands, let us know. We'll get that organized.
It's all in your
as well.
hands.
All in
All
your
right, we're going to take a commercial break on the other side of this hour. We got Frank, we got Rich. I think we've got another guest coming, but she's not here. We're going to talk to Carolina. More to come. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Welcome to a new way to watch your favorite shows. Only at www.amp2.tv/Roku. It's a place filled with music, podcasts, news, and more. Come join us.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back because Freddie's outside planting St. Joseph. And Christopher and the archangels and the little army soldiers. Imagine being married to me. No. You kill yourself. You can't even find your mic to hook it up. But anyway, we keep on going.
St. Joseph, he was fighting. He says, I ain't going in there. What's the matter with you?
There you go. Want to head over and talk to Frank and Rich, see what they've got going?
Yeah.
I heard Rich was talking about stuck in traffic. You're doing something else with human trafficking?
Oh, yeah. I'm also in a film called Sisters of Vengeance, which is hitting the film festival circuit right now. It's popular in a lot of the European film festivals. It's been winning some awards.
What did you do there?
I play, well, I'm an associate producer, but I also play this character who's a multi-billionaire who helps this woman who is going back and kind of getting revenge on people that had captured her and put her into human trafficking.
So
it's
were
kind
you
of like
the villain?
I'm actually the good guy,
You're kidding
which is unusual because I've played a lot of bad guy roles in the
Because
last.
you look like a bad
past
guy.
few. You think?
What's happening with this book? You guys are meeting with someone in Atlanta, or you were potentially, right, about putting this together?
Well,
right?
we've kind of run into a little bit of a snag with that, so we have to kind of try and work around that. But we had met with LJ about doing a proof of concept and a trailer. So we need to try and. He's been busy. We've been busy. We're trying to schedule some time where we can talk about getting this done. You know, I mean, human trafficking is. I think a lot of people know about it, but they don't want to think about it. But we kind of, Stuck in Traffic is the kind of human trafficking film that kind of hits you on the head hard. It's
$32 million global market.
See, the problem is there's a lot of money involved, and then you got some people that
And
are
you
making
got a lot of
money.
powerful people involved.
And then you got powerful people who will tell you, I don't know where the money comes from, but I'm not going to say no to money, and they contribute to creating the problem. So
yeah,
it's already very political.
Yeah, and you check their wallets, and they're in Club Epstein. It's like it's crazy.
But it's an important topic because there are people that know but don't want to admit that they know. And then there are people that really don't realize how bad it is, especially right here in South Florida.
Yeah, I heard somebody, because I watch a lot of these videos on Instagram and stuff like that, and there was this one guy talking about how he believes that the way things are going now, that they're going to try and legalize pedophilia within the next 5 to 10 years.
Come on.
Which is great. Well, look at some of the teachers that are referring to these people as MAPs, minor attracted people. They don't even want to use the word anymore. So it's
How do you legalize?
it's
How do you
sickening.
legalize
It's sickening.
something like that? And why would it even be a conversation?
Well, they're going to classify it as just another lifestyle.
Yeah.
But with children?
Yeah. Yeah.
Murder.
This is how it's going.
Murder is going to be the other lifestyle. You can kill anybody you want. It's going to be part of the lifestyle.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. And you look at some of the stuff that's going on out there, and some of the stuff that's going on in the schools, and it's just it's insane.
Everything good is bad, and everything bad is good.
Yeah.
See, that's why in the old ways, I used to like white was white and black was black, and you didn't go to the gray area. But everything now is so politically distant. You can't say you can't even speak up to something that's wrong.
Oh, I know.
Because politically, you can't say whatever you want to say because it's not politically correct to say it.
Yeah, and something that is politically correct, it's kind of like, well, it's true, we just don't like to hear it. And
But
so
there are
that's what
things
political
like,
correctness is
like
all
human
about.
trafficking that I didn't realize until you and I started doing the amount of interviews that we do, that this is even something that exists. It's so horrific, and that it exists right here. I mean, Boca Raton and Plantation are some of the top 2 cities, prominent, financially powerful cities, that it's happening right under our eyes. The high schools that our kids go to, the local hotels that you pass by every day are aware of what's even going on, and they're not putting an end to it.
It's big business.
It is, and there's so many kids that are coming through the border into this country because it's huge in this country. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And I think part of the problem is to bring awareness to is there are kids that are coming here from other countries, right? And they're just trying to find. They talked about it today, making money, pay their rent, not live on the streets. It's not because they think, oh, this is a great career to have. You don't know what it is, and you're just trying to find your way, and then you get in so deep, you don't know there's a way out.
It's not just sex either.
Yeah, it's organ harvesting,
Indentured work,
servitude.
organ harvesting, sex.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw Blue Bloods, and one of the episodes was a guy took his kidney out to sell it. And there was a doctor in New York in one of those back rooms, and he did it and sent him home. And they sold the organ, and they gave him like $2,000, and that was it. And I didn't realize that was even a thing. But it's big business.
Frank, it makes me think of your books that when God says, you know what, it's enough. You were being so hurtful and so horrible to each other. Now I got to come in and I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Because you get to the point where this is not why we were created to be here. There's just no way.
You know, it's funny because if you go back to the 1800s, if you go back to times of slavery, see some of the movies that are talking about episodes and things of that nature. It was horrible back then too. The Holocaust, horrible. And then you speed it up to today, and they start talking about how the Holocaust never really happened, no definition. You know, I gotta tell you, getting hit over the head with a hammer hurts. I don't care who does it, it hurts. And it did happen, and things do happen. And the reason that people are the way they are is because they happen, not in spite of. So, you know, stuff like this, they should be pumping money in this thing to stop it. But nobody wants to because other people are making so much freaking money at it that they look the other way.
But we got to bring more awareness to this book. And this book was written by our very own in-house author, Frank A. Ruffolo, and you can get a signed edition right here at the Brooklyn Cafe Studio. And I'm hoping that you guys actually find a way to bring this to the big screen. I know it's got a lot of political snags in it, and a lot of money and people that are going to say no. But those are the best stories to be told.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the ones that a lot of people in power don't want to hear.
That's why all the content on TV you see, we got America's Got Talent, we've got The Bachelorette. We don't even have good content on TV anymore.
I gotta tell you, I gotta pay you a compliment.
Uh-oh.
Channel 12 News has decided that they are going to put more better feel segments.
Good.
And they started that today. So all of a sudden, I saw people dancing in the streets, and all of a sudden, I saw kids doing things, and it's changed because even they're saying it's just so much bad that they're pumping out there.
It's too much bad, and it's our media that's doing it because there are good things that happen in our community that we're not bringing light to.
But good things don't sell. Like you see what happened with Anheuser-Busch, the Bud Light.
Anheuser-Busch, yeah.
They were #1 in the world. They are no longer #1 because they took a stand
on LGBTQ.
And the CEO is there. Guy's like 38 years old. He's been there 2 years. Bright guy. He reminds me of Shorty. Looks just like him.
I saw a video where they were quoting statistics, and in statistically wise, violent crime is down in the United States over the last 20 or 30 years by almost 40%. But the media is focusing on violent crime, and that's all you see because that's what people want to see on TV. That's what gets the ratings, so that's what they put on. And they don't put on all the other good stuff. So everybody thinks violent crime is worse in the United States. It's actually not worse in the United States. They're just, all the media is just focusing on violent crime.
Yeah.
Well,
and
the-
it's more focused on like 5 different states.
And I bet it's even like that with this weekend with everyone traveling. I'll bet you it's not as bad if you're at the airport right now as the news is telling you it is. I think when there's
G-Man went to California. He was delayed, but he's on a plane.
But he's on a plane,
Yeah.
right? But I think what they're trying to do is get people maybe to delay it. Go an hour late, go 2 hours early.
Spend some more money in the
ebb
town
and
you're
flow
at.
of what it is.
Yeah.
It's not as bad.
Well, the media wants to shift policy.
And we're media, and we have.
Yeah, but we're stupid media because we don't have
Yeah.
any policy. But it's funny because we are media and we're talking against the flow. And this
We're
is
just
why.
talking about negative mindset.
Yeah, but this is why the media doesn't want us talking about going against the flow. They want all the crazy stuff. You take different episodes, all of a sudden everybody has a phone, right? So it gets onto the news. AP will give you $200-300 that pays for your electric, and you're gonna sell it. And all of a sudden that's on the news. So you start seeing all of this stuff. So they started putting together. You got all the mass shootings, you got this. Is it bad? Yes. Has there been mass shooting before now? Yes. It just has never been brought to light.
Yeah. And it's not to say that bad things don't happen. I mean,
They do.
It's ridiculous to say that. But that's where the primary focus is on all the negative stuff. And yes, some of it, we need to be told about it. Stuck in traffic. It's deals with something that's negative. It has to be out there. But by the same token, I mean, gotta try and balance things out a little bit.
A little bit.
It's crazy.
But this is what's happening. Channel 12 has decided, because they're so watched, that they must have somebody must have told them, why don't you put a good story in here once in a while?
Because the negative, right? You can only
something
go so
to break
far.
up the monotony. Because I already know it's going to be Putin, and now Putin's getting his nose kicked as well.
Yeah.
By the guy. So now he's going after everything that guy built, that army. Well, he's all over Africa. He's going to go get all that too. That's a good story.
Yeah.
It turns out to be a good story.
But everyone has a story, and people come from hard times. Not everyone had this rainbow and unicorn childhood, even though you might think it, and then you look back and go, oh, this happened. It's what you do with that story to make a positive difference. And your story, it's your story to tell. Positive difference. I can't wait for your book to come out next month about your memoirs.
Yep. That's a big
Positive, I know, I can't even say I hope. I know that book is going to make a positive difference in people's lives.
I hope so.
We just got to let people know it's available and the reason why. You got to pump up the volume as to the reason why. It's really funny.
Is it the reason? There's a bigger reason than you just saying it.
We're about to find out.
Let's find out.
But the funny thing is, I look at Michelle, if J-Lo was selling my house, I wouldn't have to do nothing. I wouldn't have to plant nobody.
Yeah, you
Nothing
put Alex
upside down.
Rodriguez in the lawn upside down.
But I'm saying that if she was my friend and she was sitting there and says, you buy this house, how many minutes will it take to sell it? I mean, it's just perception. Everything is perception. So when you have a book that comes out and you pump up the why, you tell people this is why, there's a lot of people in our society right now that are trying to figure it out. Because right now, it is one of the darkest times in my 60 years of life, 61 years of life, that I've ever seen. Now, I wasn't around for World War II. I wasn't around for all that other stuff. But my goodness gracious, I've never seen everything go so bad, so fast. You say one thing and everybody jumps on you for saying it incorrectly. They didn't even listen to what the hell you said.
Yep.
What is going on?
This is why we need the arts.
Frank, tell us about the new book that's coming out. I can't believe you put that one on hold for this one. I'm excited.
So which one?
The new one, your memoirs.
Oh, it's basically my journey, how I got into what got me started to writing. And my journey that took me from a volunteer at an apparition site to writing and archangels and visions and
It's the story of the story. The
Excuse me?
story of the story.
the story of the story.
This was fast.
Yeah, so it's basically how I got acquainted with the archangels and being able to gift the healing and started the writing and
Do you see them or you hear them or both?
who?
The angels.
I have seen them. Mostly now I hear them, but I've had visions where I've seen them. And
You know,
that's,
it's funny. My grandmother, when she was alive, she used to say to me, "Did you see that?" And it was something that somebody did, right? Give somebody a homeless person a sandwich or something. And I used to say, "Yeah, Grandma, I saw that. Why?" She says, "You just witnessed a miracle." So sometimes, again, it's perception,
perception.
right? That's one of the things I like about this guy when I first met him, because sometimes it isn't watching what you see here, but watching what you don't see over there.
Because sometimes people have a hard time balancing this human physical get up, go to work, get married, raise your kids, and then the spirituality of what you hear in your mind, like planting the soldiers or doing all the things that I do. It's about, I know we tease why I sit with the wand, but there's a whole lot more to it. That you hear it, that you see it, that you don't know how to express it. So I'm excited, looking forward to reading your book.
Yeah, well, it should be, like I said, a couple of weeks. There's going to be pictures in there, too, from pictures that were taken at the apparition site that are a little revealing.
How did it change who you are going to the apparition site?
It made me more aware, I think. It didn't really change me. It just made me more aware of what's going on and where we're going and where we're going to end up.
Spiritually? I'm sorry.
Tell me why it's important for you, for people to hear this message.
It's basically is going to bring you back to the Creator.
So you want to bear witness to that?
I'm going to be a witness to that. It's basically going to say there is a greater good. There is a Creator out there that has made us, and we need to get back to that Creator.
Amen.
Amen, right?
And that's what it's for. That's basically what it shows. And it's part of my journey, how I was exposed to that. And what I've seen. And what I experienced. What other people have seen and experienced. And it's some amazing stuff.
See, that's a short film. You know, it's funny. When I grew up, I saw Jesus Christ Superstar. And you know, that was a play, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
But I saw there's been multiple versions that were done of that particular movie. And there was, I don't remember, maybe it was the only one, I don't know, but it was a school bus that drove into the desert. And they filmed it in the desert. You remember
I saw
this?
that movie, yeah.
And I gotta tell you something, I must have been 12 or 11 when I saw, I can still remember watching it. All of it. I was so amazed that they took a bus, went to the desert with a couple of cameras, and all of the shooting is done in the desert. There are ruins in the desert, there was a palm thing, they crucified him on the sand dune. The way they did it was so inspiring to me at that age. And I always said to myself, you know, if you ever come up with something that you want to teach, you have to do it inspirationally so that people will listen. You know, best books written are only good when they read them, right? So I think this is about your high mark now. I think we're about to enter a new.
Could be. Hope
a
so.
new phenomenon.
And those I'm hoping will be available here as well. No way,
I think
better
we
way
should
for
do a
summer
book
reading.
signing or something on this. I think we should make a bad boy deal on this and push it out.
Because, you know, there's those that are very religious. They go to synagogue, church, and people see, they go, they're religious. Then there are those people that are spiritual. And then there's somewhere in the middle that you're trying to blend it, but you don't know how to express it. And you don't tell people unless you say something to them and they go, oh yeah, I understand that. Because it's almost like they're embarrassed, they don't know how to express it. They don't say they believe in angels because you would think, like you say to me, what's wrong with you? so people don't express how they really feel. So I'm hoping this brings it
Well,
back
this book
to normalcy.
this book isn't really religious,
Right.
but it's spiritual.
And that's why I'm looking forward to it, because it's hard for people to sometimes explain spirituality,
It's
how
awareness.
they feel. It's how you feel inside, but yet you want to find like-minded people like you did at the Apparition Center that felt the same way. It's kind of like what we get to do here.
I will agree with you to a certain point, because if you don't feel the same way, then learn a new way. I think it's a book of awareness. You know, it's really funny. I think that your book is going to inspire people to find out who they are themselves.
Who they are, or where they should go to find themselves.
Wasn't it St. Peter who denied Christ 3 times?
Yep.
At the beckoning of a rooster? Did you know that story? Sometimes you got to listen to the sounds before you speak up, because you're in hiding. And you don't want to tell people you believe because you're afraid to be mocked. Big problem we have today. It's funny how that book was written, and here it is, we're living, and people don't realize it. Same thing that Frank does.
Got to step up and share your voice. I don't know where our new producer is, but it's all about sharing your voice.
You have to bring it up. You got to make a difference. And it doesn't matter what you do for a living. You can sell houses from being...
You can plant army men outside your front door.
Doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
If you believe that it works, then do it.
Right? Like 13. It's your core belief. It's what gets you through.
And listen, I was on a 22-game hitting streak. I didn't change my socks for 3 weeks.
You didn't invite your sister either, right?
I told her.
Mimi wasn't allowed to any of those games.
As a matter of fact, Mimi washed the socks, and then I went 0 for 4. I got to tell you, thank you for reminding me of that.
But I'm excited about this book. What's the book cover?
What's the book cover? We haven't really chosen.
Look at
Well,
Chris's
we've got
face.
a book cover on. Well, it's.
Not sure yet.
It's what?
Not sure yet.
We're not sure yet. We've got a couple of covers we're working on.
I got to admit, you got her all wrapped up in this, and she's usually the ones that's feet on the ground, right?
What do you think about this one? I know you don't have a mic, but...
I experienced a lot of that evening too, so it's part of my story.
She
It's part of your
experienced a lot of
story
it.
also. I'm looking forward to it.
She's sharing the journey. I like it because whatever you had to say is condensed, ready to go, and you have put everything, you stopped everything to do this. So here we go. Time to find out what's in it.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, one of our long-term producers is heading off to bigger, I can't say better, but broader pastures. And we have to celebrate him because he's one of our very best, and he's grown a lot. Now he teaches. So we can't let Muyors leave without a proper thank you. Never goodbye. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Has your heater or air conditioner busted? Appliance broken? Computer crashed? Then you need an ARW home warranty. Home system and appliance repairs and replacements can cause stress and cost you thousands of dollars per year. With an A-plus BBB rating and a top-rated home warranty company on Consumer Affairs and Trustpilot, ARW Home provides superior service, featuring the industry's lowest service call fee. ARW Home has warranty plans that cover your kitchen and laundry appliances. heating and air conditioning systems, electrical and plumbing systems, and much more. Call 800-235-1584 to customize your plan. Plus, ARW has partnered with Azurian to protect your new and used tablets, laptops, TVs, and other home tech from accidental damage and wear and tear. All plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-235-1584 now for a free quote. That's 800-235-1584.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-796-1182. 800-796-1182. 800-796-1182. That's 800-796-1182.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-485-8801. 800-485-8801. That's 800-485-8801.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
This portion of today's show is brought to you by the Brooklyn Cafe Show Coffee, made with organic Arabica beans.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You gonna sing?
That's my song. And I'm on the chopping block this time. Hey, how's it going?
And we're back. This is how long you been with us? Over a year?
Almost a year. I've been here since August. July, August, yeah.
I remember when you came in, and we had just started a show with This Is the Universe with Rose. And then you came in, and Sally came in. My great-grandmother's name is Rose. Her sister-in-law's name was Sally, and my great-grandfather's name was Meyer. So Freddie, you came in, you're like, I'll let you know if I'm going to come back. I'm weighing out some other options. And I said to Freddie, he'll be back. He says, how do you know? I said, because Rose and Sally came, and I know Meyer, I know was a sign from God that you were coming back and you were going to stay. And there was a reason you were here. And you came in and broke a few things, tripped over a few lights. We lost a few picture frames along the way.
I did
But
do that.
you have turned into one of our A-team. And I don't know where we would be without you. You've scared some of the new producers off. We never hear from them again. But you are the best at what you do. You train. You are a perfectionist down to, you'll appreciate this, Richard, lights, 5, 4, camera, 3, 2. Every split second in his script is written out. Perfection.
Yeah.
And we wish you only the best. You've leveled us up for sure. I know you've made the crew a better crew and coming together. Look around this room. Products, a
scary.
lot of products of you. Even, look, Jay made it here. You must rate. She couldn't even have a car today. So I thank you for everything you do. I don't know if Freddie has a mic over there. But we wish you only the best, and it's never goodbye. As you know, everyone comes back. Teddy's been back, Vlad is back. You always have a home here. And hopefully, by the power of doing things remotely, and these guys with Florida Arts Network, we're going to get you back to Florida sooner than you realize.
Thank you. And Frank, I see you. I see you. But thank you very much for allowing me to work here. Before I got here, I felt like I wasn't really, doing the best I could, living to my potential in this place. Really brought it out of me. But it was fun the whole time. I learned a lot, and I eventually taught a lot, and I had fun helping people, talking to people, both guests and producers, and of course Don and Freddie. So it's just a great experience all around. I would highly recommend people to come over here as a producer or as a guest, because the energy is like electric here. And it's just a surreal experience. It's kind of weird that I'm leaving now, but that's the way life is sometimes. But I'll be back. I'll be back for part 2, the sequel, so be careful of that.
He'll be back. But you had a choice. You could have either put the energy forward and become who you are, or you could have said, no, I'm going to give it my minimum, I'm going to get my credits and leave. And you chose this road. So we thank you for that. Because Josh will tell you, there are some that don't choose this path. And he's like, what am I going to do with some of these kids? But you definitely are one of our best. So we thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
We wish you only the best.
Sometimes family choose you, so no matter where you go, your family will always be here waiting for you. This is your house. And I want to thank you, because I know at the beginning it was icy. We didn't know what we wanted to do. I know that you had a lot of different ways that you wanted to go with this thing, and you came up with the short film and a teacher, and a lot of people look up at you now and say, boy, this guy knows what he's doing. And those that left because they didn't realize just how hard it is to do the thing that you guys all do. And you were a leader on this, and that you will always wear as a badge of honor. But again, this is your house. You come back whenever you want. Just let us know you're coming, the doors will be open, and your family will always be here for you.
Thank you.
And they went out to get you this beautiful cake, and it was so beautifully decorated, they couldn't even put your name on it because they wouldn't want to mess up the rose.
I thought it was just because I was going to get cake on the face on air, but...
And you can always tell when the crew supports you, because look, you've got them all out here watching and doing for you. So you've got a family. What are your plans? Where are you going?
So I'm going to Virginia, and I won't disclose the city, but it'll be close to Washington, D.C., so there's a lot of production jobs over there, stuff like that. So I'm looking at getting into production, script writing, screenwriting. That's the goal. That's the plan, the dream.
Dream and do. Got to keep going. Well, we wish you only the best. Congratulations on graduation, and we thank you for everything that you've done here with us. Absolute pleasure.
Absolute
Anyone
pleasure.
else have anything to say? Yeah.
Hey.
Not gonna lie, you're a pain in the butt.
Oh, I know that though.
I don't know if I've shown that to you at all, but you've been a pain in my butt for the past.
Fire and ice all the time.
Yeah. So no, but I'm going to miss that definitely. I'm definitely going to miss you, because you are someone that I do need here at all the times, because I'm lazy, so I need you to be there to back it up, getting all that perfectionist in. But no, I know you'll be fine. I know you'll be fine on your journey of wherever it is that you're going. I know you're going to Virginia, but beyond that, I know you'll be fine. But I'll definitely miss you. So
You'll be fine too, man. I think everybody that comes in here is such. They show such a deep well of talent, and this community, this, what we want to call it, let's not go with titles, but they accentuate each other and they bring the best out of each other. Josh specifically brings out the worst in me, but I think everybody here is competent. Everybody here is well versed in what they're doing, because, as Freddie says, we are the best at what we do. And it took me a while to say that myself. This place brought out that confidence. I do a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? So it's just a great place to be and a great place to find a family in.
And one of the things I always admired about you, and I told you this from the beginning, is I always say I talk like you're a mom and nobody answers you, Chris. You feel like you're talking, you say things 3 times and no one answers until Freddie says, I heard you the first time. This man always says, heard, I got you, on it. At least you validated that I had a voice, because sometimes I think I speak into thin air and everyone ignores me. And you had told me that your grandfather was in the military. So I respect all of that. And thank you for acknowledging that, because otherwise you think you're talking to thin air 3 times. Anyway, let's take a quick break. Let's play some JC music. Oh, okay.
We got one more.
All right, we got one more.
Who this?
2 more.
Who this?
Yeah, so
Hey.
it was honestly a pleasure working with you. I just see how like truly like driven you are. It's just insane because like I've worked with you outside of the studio as well, and I'm so happy I met you through this place because like we've worked on actual films. You know, we created a club together too in school, and so I just find that like insane, like how much we've gotten done. Like I feel like you drive me forward because I see you working super hard and everything, and I'm like I want to reach that as well. Like I see you like always like on your computer, like looking up YouTube videos of like how do I do this, how do I do that, and like I don't do that a lot, but
She's gonna hit you.
yeah. But yeah, it's just I always see you trying to like strive to improve yourself, and that inspired me to improve myself as well. And I'm sure that has like affected everyone else here as well. Like they see like you trying hard, and they want to try just as hard. So, cheers to you in Virginia.
I really do appreciate, I can't emphasize enough that these people had the drive, like Nicole, to get better along with me because, like Dawn, my pet peeve is talking to a brick wall. Don't like it. And honestly, I don't like to say I like scaring people, but, you know, like these people are willing to take like criticism and willing to take, thank you. I see that from the corner of my eye. But willing to take my my advice and stuff and make it their own, not just copying me, not just ignoring me, but they make it their own, and that's why this place is so beautiful in a way. People just blossom and grow into their own beings. People. I feel like I'm repeating the same words.
Didn't you guys even take the canoe during the flood
Yeah.
in Fort Lauderdale? They were canoeing down Las Olas because they were shooting a film.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't get the shot, but he had to shoot that day. So you know what you got to do when you got to do what you got to do? You take the canoe out of school and you canoe down to get the shot that you need. You guys made it work.
Mm-hmm.
And credit to you for that. That was not even paid. That was school. And you guys made that work. You were with them, weren't you, Nikki?
Yeah, I have videos of the canoeing and everything.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have tried as hard in school because, you know, people were like, oh, you know, it's school, whatever, right? But like seeing him like just put so much effort into the first film of, what's it?
Dog Ear.
Dog Ear, yeah. Seeing him put so much effort in Dog Ear, I was like, I need to put in that much effort. Like, this is important. Like, I need to start trying now or else I will never get a good film. And that's how Boredom was created because, like, inspired, you know, inspiration.
Hey, you made it work. You did that. You did that.
And then I also want to say, Mayor, I feel like you're so talented. Like, I see you in the future, like, we're going to work together and you're going to be, like, the director. And, like, you're going to be, like, the one in charge in Big Dogs. So there's no way that you have all this talent, all this drive, all this passion. Like, I just see it. Like, you're just one of those people who I know is going to make it and who I know is going to be a big time, like, either producer or just anything that you want to do, that's going to happen no matter, like, where it is. Like, we're going to work together one day on a set and go, like, oh, my God, Mayor. You're going to be like, Chelsea? Like, yeah, what's up?
When when he's a director one day, you're going to be with him.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Like, I feel like you're so talented, and don't let anyone like kind of make you feel like smaller in your talent, because I feel like you said, you've learned so much, and like you're so talented enough to be like a teacher. Like you just have so much talent and like life to bring. So that's what I want to tell you. Like, you're very talented.
Look, man, this place is full of talent. This place doesn't like even if you don't have talent, this place brings it out of you. You know. So I look forward to work with each and every one of you guys. Dawn and Freddie, I will definitely work with you guys again. So let's give it time. You know.
It would be our pleasure.
I'd actually like to. Oh, yeah. So I haven't worked with you the way they have, right? But I know what it takes to put a production together. And although I haven't worked with you directly, I see the results of what you've done. And it's spectacular, man. I think you've got a really, really bright future. And I just want to say, I wish you the very best of everything, man. I really do.
I really appreciate that. I'm just trying to be a guy in the industry, you know? So I try to do everything I can, and they try to do everything they can. So you got some real people in here, too.
But I think it's more than you just trying to be a guy in the industry. I think it's more of a passion. Yep. And the love that you have for the industry comes out in your work. And it affects the technical aspects, and it affects the people that you work with. And this is what we see.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And you and Zach grew up together.
Yeah, okay.
So Zach, you ready to step into some big shoes?
His shoes are already bigger than mine, so.
So I've known Muyors since 6th grade. We were good friends all throughout middle school, and then in high school, we didn't really keep in touch since we went different ways. But I'm glad we were able to reconnect today and have a moment before you leave. You were always the most creative one I knew in our friend group. I remember when I made that D&D game, and then you ran away with it as like the game master.
Don't bring that up.
But,
it's okay. I used to play D&D also.
When was
so,
the
yeah,
last time you guys
I
saw
feel it.
each other or hung out?
I mean, we haven't hung out, but we have seen each other at school within the
Yeah.
past year. I saw his film festival at the film festival. His film was great. I know he won the award, which he really deserved.
Yeah,
Great
that was the one where it was on like 4 students and that were in FAU, and our 2 films were in it. So he's really good.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish you the best, man. I hope you continue to pursue that creative passion that you have. It's really amazing.
Anyone else? Renzo, see, we don't make this stuff up. We are unscripted 100%. All right. Take a commercial break. Cut your cake.
Cut my cake.
As they say, let them eat cake. Enjoy. We're going to play some JC music. Don't forget, July 21st at 7:30. Get your tickets at events.amp2.tv. We'll be back in a little bit.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Welcome to a new way to watch your favorite shows. Only at www.amp2.tv/Roku. It's a place filled with music, podcasts, news, and more. Come join us.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
Do you enjoy watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show? Well, now you can represent your admiration with our merchandise. We have amazing t-shirts in a variety of sizes for you and your friends. Shop now at brooklyncafe.tv/shop.
The easiest way to sell your home is to call the number on your screen right now. We'll buy any home in any condition. And the more it's worth, the more you can get. Plus, no real estate fees or commissions means more money in your pocket. And no fix-up costs either. Sell any home in any condition, sometimes within days. Sell your home fast. Call right now for absolutely free information.
Would you like to hear better for as little as 10 cents a day? Now you can with the all-new Audion hearing aids. The average hearing aid lasts about 3 years. Ours, at only $99 a pair, means you're paying as little as 10 cents a day to hear better. And to make things even better, we'll give you a 45-day money-back guarantee. Skip the doctor and get hearing aids delivered straight to your door. We've eliminated all the middlemen to offer you a factory direct price of only $99 a pair. Join over 300,000 people just like you who took advantage of our 45-day trial offer. Now you can hear better too for just 10 cents a day. Call now and order your $99 pair of Audion hearing aids with a 45-day money-back guarantee. Plus, get free 3 to 5 day shipping.
800-259-1328. 800-259-1328. 800-259-1328. That's 800-259-1328.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Melody, I hear that haunting melody. It's in my every it says we'll never part. Can't you see that we can spend eternity? Our lives were really meant to be together from the start. No one else could fill my life with ecstasy. No one else, it seems, could make me care. What is left is just a memory that's so empty and so unfair. Melody, I'll write another melody, and this time from the start you'll see I'll write it from the heart. And words that say, come to me, stay with me. Won't you stay with me? No one else could fill my life with ecstasy. No one else, it seems, could make me care. What is left is just a memory that's so empty and so unfair. Melody, I'll write another melody, and this time from the start you'll see I'll write it from the heart. And words that say, come to me. Words that say, come to me, come to me, stay with me. Won't you stay with me? Stay with me.
That's good.
They did a TikTok on him cutting cake. Royce had the cutter.
Now listen, we did the remote yesterday at Sarah Spiritual, and I was talking to Josh while we were doing these things because, you know me, I can't just do a remote and be done with just that. You guys, there's got to be more. You know, you just don't have a chip. You got to put hot sauce, and it can't be just hot sauce. It's got to be the sauce that flies you to
It
the
is
moon.
good hot sauce. Just don't drink coffee after it. Milk does not coat your throat.
Well, first of all, it's so hot. I saw steam coming out of your
It
ears.
is good though. If you like hot sauce, Frank made some great hot sauce.
Now, is that for sale? Is that bottle for sale? Do you sell it or you just?
A Father's Day gift was a kit to make your own hot sauce, and they
Josh,
gave
how
you
is
all
it?
the ingredients.
Josh is having more.
I can't.
So that's my first attempt.
I can't do that. But we have Carolina in here who actually did her show today.
About hot sauce?
No.
Oh.
No.
Chris, I'm looking for the segue here.
The segue.
I'm looking, hot sauce, Father's Day. I'm thinking, where are you going?
Hey, little green army man, relax. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Because I want to do more things with the remote out there. Like we have this thing on July 21st. And one of the things I want to do is I want to have Carolina and certain other hosts interviewing people in different languages. In Spanish, in this case. Because I don't think that all interviews have to be red carpet in English. There's a lot of Latinos that don't come out because, oh, they're not speaking my language, I don't speak English, and they don't come out. So I want to get away from that. You know, it's a French way.
Feng Shui. I get you. I hear you.
So Carolina is one of our Latina correspondents. What was today's show about?
Today's show was in English. It was with Dr. Myron Davis, and we talk. It's funny because it's kind of the same topic about perception and how to bring spirituality into a practical way, because that will bring you success. He was explaining that most of the people look for success outside when success comes from within. And we have to be aware of who we are, what we want, what we're capable of to be able to bring that out and to, shine from within. So it was really interesting.
Now, one of the things that's interesting about Carolina is that she does a Spanish and an English version, two different versions of the same show during the week. And she puts it together, and she's very touchy, feely about how she wants it done and everything else, and it comes out spectacular. But one of the things that people don't know is just how hard she works. She in her spare time, she does these creations, and she's also a coach with people's mental success rate and everything else. And then she comes in and she hosts these things. And I wanted to let you know that you did a show here called The New View on Friday nights. And it was an experiment. And she came in with 4 other ladies, and her and one other lady were consistent, and the other ones were still looking for somebody to take the spot of that. But I didn't realize how big the show was until I saw the numbers. Unannounced, I think we did 2 shows? Yes. Cold numbers, over 5,000 hits.
Oh, that's amazing.
And what I didn't understand is, if you do something successful, why don't you keep doing it, right? So we're still looking to put this whole thing together, and I've come out with the constant. The constant is you.
Oh, thank you.
It's her. You know, she actually does some of the things that she does, and she does it really, really well. And it's only fitting that Mayor, who I have the utmost respect for, and I'm not done with him. He thinks he's leaving me. He ain't leaving me. I'm going to be in his pocket, because I really believe that this guy, you're going to see him someday in one of these events with Oscars or something
No
involved. It's just written all over him.
Yeah.
You know, he's just, you can't keep good down. And that's the same way I feel about this lady right here. You just can't keep good down.
Thank you.
So congratulations on doing what you're doing. Now you are going to be on Tuesday? No, Tuesday we're closed. Thursday's the next show. And do you have an idea? Because you showed me a whole list of people that you have that are coming on.
Yes, I have. Next Thursday, we have, her name is Coach Jen. She focuses on manifesting your dreams. So she helps you, her line of coach is how to overcome challenges to be happy and to achieve everything that you want in your life. So.
Now, have you seen the paper towels that are hanging in the back room?
I started a paper towel manifestation wall.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yes.
Lord.
We've got to pass
I
out
will.
paper
As soon as
towels
the
and
show is over, I will.
Sharpies.
Oh, you haven't heard about this? No. The little green man barrier woman over here was shown that if you manifest on a paper towel
Where were you
what
before
you
you
want,
met me?
lost
little
in the
dark
desert,
room.
very
Exactly.
happily.
You were in the desert
very
with
happily.
the camera.
If you take it and you put it on a paper towel, you hang it, it will come true. So she went on this crusade about 5 years ago at the other studio that we were, and I walked in, there was 10,000 paper towels in the room.
Remember the movie Beautiful Mind?
Yeah.
That was our studio back then, yeah.
So I used to walk in and I used to say, the walls is nothing but paper towels. So I walk into the back to make the coffee this
You see
morning.
paper towel?
And Savvy's
It has
first
started.
paper. So we invite all of you
To join our paper
to
towel
join our
brigade.
paper towel
Manifestation.
idea.
Yes, our manifestation
We'll give you
wall.
paper towels, you put whatever, and we're gonna hang it on that wall to much, because if I don't get this out of the way.
Let me tell you how much this works. My daughter found an apartment in D.C., sight unseen, signs to lease, and then she looks at the floor plan the other day and she says it's next to the freight elevator, runs right through it. It's like an L because it's a freight elevator, and the trash chute is across the hall. And we all said, that's going to be fine, don't worry about it, it's all good. She was a little nervous. Yesterday, the leasing office calls her and says, we're so sorry you can't have this apartment. The current tenants are staying for 2 more years, but let us get you another apartment. And she gets the penthouse as an option at a
my
great price. They
gosh.
give her a list of 6. And she says, well, do you have a 1-1? And they said, yes, we're going to give you a 1-1. You pick the floor, you can have this and this for this price.
And the penthouse?
She didn't want the penthouse. It was on the 13th floor. And she said if she's got to walk
I
the
want
dog,
it.
she's got to go down 13 flights of
I
stairs.
want it.
So because she put it on the paper towel of what she wanted, she has...
Is that what it is?
She's got a closing job interview today. I'll let you know what happens.
All right, okay, give me a paper towel. So anyway, we invite all of you to fill one out. We're gonna hang it up in the back.
She even put the amount of her salary. Let's see if she gets that salary too.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Little army man.
Yeah, little army.
Never underestimate the little Jewish girl.
That's right.
There you go. You want a paper towel?
Well,
And a St. Joseph?
I manifested. I wrote on a napkin that Bernie would be here, and actually he walked in. So Bernie is here to see you.
Bernie Korn.
Yeah, he's in B.
Michelle, he's in B. I guess he's having some cake.
Who knows with him? He's always eating.
But Carolina, I think we have one of the show in the can with Sandra for her that we just have to pull up for Tuesday.
Oh, perfect.
So let's
I
see if we
didn't
can
know
play that for
You
Tuesday.
guys are on it. Very nice.
No, I just got to have my or find it is really the key now. But that was a great spot. The cooking hairdresser.
She's fantastic. Sandra makes the best everything food.
Did we ask Sandra about being a part of The View?
I don't know. I have a meeting with this lady here a little
Let's
bit.
ask and see who we can maybe...
I have to hurry up because she has to leave. She has a meeting at 3, but I wanted to chit-chat with her real quickly about that.
All right. I guess we got to wrap
Maybe
this up.
even Pachagalupa over here.
Let's see. What's your necklace?
This is
Is it a stone?
actually Roberta coin necklace, and this is a David Yurman jade.
Talk it to you,
Beautiful.
Mike.
A jade.
Sorry, Jade by David Yurman.
Beautiful. Well, a pleasure to meet
I love
you. Carolina, as always, a pleasure. Frank and Richard, always have a home. Chris, thank you for editing that book so quick. And to our crew, Mayor, we wish you only the best of luck. And to our new crew that's on the board, nice job, ladies, is all I can tell you. You can go to
Nice
Lisa and Shay and Nikki running third.
Mayo, we're going to miss you,
And
but
they're
you
all
ain't
eating
going too
cake
far.
somewhere. We've got 10 here, and I don't know where they are.
They're all over eating.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We are here tonight late. We've got Making Money with Laura Sanders. We've got Meet the Experts with Mike Velarde. You've got You and Your Doctor, All County, and Editor's Desk. So more to come. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.